YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Darisa's Daily Deets, where I discuss everything from fashion, beauty to lifestyle. And in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about how I am treated now that I have lost 60 pounds. So, before we get into all of that, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have not hit that notification bell yet, not sure what you're waiting for, but make sure you go ahead and hit that because I upload videos 2 times a week and you don't want to miss when I upload. Trust me. And also, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like, comment, and also follow me on all my social media platforms because I also am active on there, and I will have those linked in the description bar below as well. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and just do a disclaimer before we get into this video that I'm going to start organizing these videos into playlists, so that way it'll be kind of easier to find. So this is kind of going to go under the keto umbrella, and I will kind of touch on my breast reduction surgery in this video just a little, but I kind of want to just throw that out there just so you kind of know what category this video falls in. But I'm going to go ahead and just get started and get to the video. So this video is kind of long overdue. I guess, like I said, as you can tell by the title, yes, I've officially lost 60 pounds, which was honestly done in a very short period of time for what most would consider, you know, a period of time that people lose that amount of weight, I guess. And I just want to touch on some things because it seems like as of late, I've just been getting so many different, overwhelmingly types of just reactions, responses, questions about my weight loss. And I'm not saying that everything is negative. I'm not saying that everything is positive, but I feel like when you lose weight, you don't think about that part of it. You know, your goal is to kind of really get the weight off, but once it's off, you're met with so many other obstacles in your social life, to be quite honest, at least from what I've experienced. And I really want to touch on that because if you're in the process of losing weight, or if you've lost a lot of weight in a period of time that is significantly short to others and what other people are trying to do, you probably can really relate to this video. So I just want to let you guys know that you're not alone. But losing weight is hard. And that's really kind of what it comes down to. It's not an easy thing to do. People are not just losing 60 pounds on an everyday basis, because that's the case, then everybody would be in shape. And I think that's where a lot of the feedback stems from that you may be receiving if you have done that. But I'm going to just go ahead and kind of just touch on my personal experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But like I said, this is not a video just bashing people or saying that if you lose weight, people are going to be like, hating on you or anything. Like, this is not a negative type video or anything like that. This is not what I'm aiming to do, but I am trying to just be informative as well. So, if you've been following me and watching my videos, you guys know that I did keto. I am still currently on keto, and I have lost massive amount of weight, like more than I even expected to lose. But with that came a lot. A lot came with me losing the weight. So the first thing that I'm just going to touch on is, overall, how am I treated? I am treated differently. Is it a lot differently? It just depends on the particular person. But I think the biggest thing that I notice with this is the fact that I can't really go into social settings anymore, where I say I go somewhere and I haven't seen particular people in a while. When I go in, I'm met with these questions. So, that's different for me. That's not something that I ever experienced before. I would go somewhere, say hello, just have small talk. But now it feels like I'm the center of attention wherever I go. So if I go somewhere where there's like, a social setting and people are there and they haven't seen me in a while, or if they have seen me, I am now at the point where I have to be prepared. I have to mentally prepare myself for all the questions that come with that. Because, of course, it could be just one person that notices, but then, they go tell somebody else, like, oh my goodness, she's lost so much weight. And then it becomes like this whole big session of, wow, how'd you lose the weight and what'd you do? You know what I mean? So it always turns into that. So, not saying that I'm upset about it, but it's different. I was not met with those questions before. I mean, like I said, when I would go places before, I would just blend in with everybody else. Now I stand out. So that's something that I'm not used to, which is, why I'm writing the ebook that I have mentioned that I'm in the process of doing. So yeah, that's still underway, but that is where that stemmed from, because it's like, it's hard to really go into a lot of detail when you're in some of these settings, because there's so much to it. I mean, there's not a lot to it, but there's not enough to go into when you're at a party with somebody for 2 hours, when you're trying to enjoy yourself. You're not really in tune with, keto and everything you did to lose weight on keto. But then it seems like that always becomes the focus wherever I go. So that's one thing. And then another thing that I want to touch on is, I think people are happy for me, and I'm not saying that they're not. I get overwhelmingly positive feedback from my friends, from my family, but also with that comes the people that are saying, oh, well, I know you lost this weight, but you can also tone up here, or you lost this amount of weight, you look good, but or you can always just go to the gym, and it's if you're going to the gym and working out, you'll look better here. So it's like, okay, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being offered that feedback, but it's like, okay, I can't just, it's not good enough that I lost the weight. It's like, you lost the weight, but you just alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got some work to do, though. You lost 60 pounds, but you still got a little more work that you could do. You got some tweaking you could do. It ain't all that. So, I mean, that's almost where it comes from. It doesn't bother me per se, but I find it very funny. Like, I mean, because a lot of times the people that are giving you this feedback are people that are not even in the process of losing weight, but they are steadily complaining about their weight. They're telling you where you could tone up at, and they are a lot more overweight than they want to be themselves. So sometimes it's like, what is that really coming from a positive place, or is it coming from a place of almost envy? You guys kind of get the drift of where I'm coming from with that. So I'm met with that more often than not, and I'm honestly surprised by that. That's something that kind of shocked me with that as well. As far as people being envious, I don't feel like I have had any direct feelings like that, like somebody has just completely stopped talking to me or something like that because of the weight loss. But people do tend to be a little more distant, or sometimes I feel like it may play on others' insecurities when you lose a certain amount of weight, and they're also trying to lose this amount of weight, but you're successful at it, and then they're telling themselves, they're making like all these different excuses on why they can't lose the weight, and I think it may just subconsciously, I don't think they mean it, but in their head, how do I put this? In their head, they're really kind of feeling like, dag, I really want to do this, but, they try to almost like downplay what you're doing, or make you feel like, you're inadequate because of their inadequacies. People kind of project how they're feeling onto you. So, again, not saying this in any type of negative light, but I can feel that. I know when that's happening, and a lot of times that's the place that people are coming from. People are trying to lose weight on their own, but they can't do it on themselves. So like I find sometimes that people try to they hide what they're eating from me. Like, I guess that's where I'm getting at. Like, they feel like, oh my God, like I have to be perfect when I eat around her because she's judging me. I don't judge anybody for how they eat, but I notice that people tend to do that even at work. Oh my goodness. Like if we have a party or, people bring in a potluck full of items. I mean, people are coming to me like if like I feel like if I see them eating something badly, they feel guilty all of a sudden. And I'm like, I don't look at that. Like I can get the vibe that they're not comfortable eating how they want to eat in front of me because they think I'm judging them or something. Or I don't know where it comes from, but it's just weird. Like sometimes like I'll notice like people try to like sneak and grab a cookie in front of me, and I'm like, I don't care if you eat a cookie. I don't judge people that eat cookies. I'm not saying that eating cookies are bad. It's just not something that I want to do on a consistent basis because I'm trying to maintain the weight that I've lost, and I don't want to go back. So that's all that is. So I do notice that a lot. And then another thing, that I want to touch on is just men. People automatically kind of assume that the reason that you lost weight is because of a man or because you're trying to get attention from a man. And that's so crazy to me because when I lost this weight, that was the furthest thing from my mind. I was not even in the best place. I actually had a boyfriend when I started losing weight, to be quite honest, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. But it's like women automatically think, oh, is there a man involved? I mean, I get that question so often. Literally, like I'm at work and, somebody sees me and they're like, oh, so how do men respond to it? Oh, I bet men are overwhelmed, and it's like weird because first of all, I don't go a lot of places where there's like a bunch of men to be sought after for one thing. And then to have people kind of automatically thinking that, you lost weight because you're trying to get attention from men is, I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, okay, I did this because, I want to be because I want to be more confident in how I look in the mirror. I could care less about what a man thinks about me. And to be quite honest, men, while we're on that subject, prefer me to be thicker. They liked the fact that I was thicker. I wasn't happy being thick. So this has nothing to do with a man or anything like that. So I just kind of want to throw that out there because you probably will get that kind of feedback. People are going to be thinking that you're doing this because you're trying to find a man or you're trying to attract a man, and that's just the furthest thing from my head. My thing is just really trying to just be healthy and find something that I can maintain and balance so I can have a healthy lifestyle. So that's the whole reason that I did keto, just learning how to balance things and all of that. But then the last thing I really want to touch on is the fact that people assume that you're not doing keto anymore because you lost the weight or that you aren't maintaining and I still am like confused by that. Like people are still like, oh, you're still doing that? It's like, well, yeah, I am still doing it. Like I mean, do people think that you are supposed to just start eating the same way that you ate before and expect for you to maintain that? I'm like, yeah, I mean, in order to maintain the weight that I've lost, I am going to keep the same lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. It can't be just a diet, because if that's the case, then I mean, I'm going to gain all the weight back. So, I run into that a lot. People so shocked that I'm still doing it and I'm still practicing it. And I'm like, it was a lifestyle change. That this is just how I eat now. This is how I'm keeping myself balanced. Now, do I have a snack or indulge in carbs and stuff like that here and there? Of course, I'm human. I do that. But, just to ask, am I still doing it? Yes, this is how I still eat, So sometimes I think people get sometimes offended, like I'm trying to say that I'm better than them because I eat a certain way. And that's not the case at all. Whatever way you want to eat, eat whatever makes you happy. Do that. This is what makes me happy. This is the weight that I want to be at. And I'm at a place where, I am comfortable. So this is all on me and how I feel. So whatever you want to do to make you feel comfortable, that's great. It's just the only thing that I would say with that is a lot of times people are saying they have all these other methods in place that they want to use to lose weight. But, the methods that they're using, I don't really see them staying on track with those methods. So this is something where I was able to stay on track with it. And to me, it's sustainable. So I I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, guys. And then, of course, I did have a breast reduction surgery on top of that. So it's like a lot of things that, you do to your body. Just know that it's going to be met with a lot of mixed reactions. And some people are going to like you, some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate on you. It's just all the nature of the beast. Whenever you're doing something that physically is altering your appearance to other people, it's just part of what you're going to have to deal with. So I just really want to touch on that to let you know that if you are dealing with something like that, you're not alone. Or if you're in the process of it, this is the kind of stuff that you should be prepared for. I wasn't 100% prepared for it, for real, because I honestly didn't expect to lose the amount of weight that I did in the period of time that I lost it in. So, it was overwhelming for me too, the fact that I was able to lose so much weight. But, I'm really happy that I did it. But I just wanted to go ahead and touch on that in this video. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. But I'm going to ask a question, like, has anybody ever experienced something like this? I don't know if it's weight loss or maybe it's weight gain, where people just tend to treat you differently based off of your appearance. I think that's just so crazy, but, it's the world we live in. And I would love to hear from you guys and hear feedback and interact with you guys on this subject, because I think it is something that's not talked about enough, but it's something that, does need to be addressed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.